Poems on the Slave Trade. Sonnet 6 by Robert Southey, 1774 to 1843. High in the air, expos'd, the slave is hung to all the birds of heaven, their living food. He groans not, though awakened by that fierce sun. New torturers live to drink their parent blood. He groans not, though the gorging vulture tear the quivering fibre. Hither gaze, O ye who tore this man from peace and liberty. Gaze hither, ye who weigh with scrupulous care the right and prudent. For beyond the grave there is another world, and call to mind, ere your decrees proclaim to all mankind, murder is legalized. That there the slave before the eternal tongued thunder shall plead against the deep damnation of your deed. Okay, this is a sonnet by Robert Southey. Let's see, Robert Southey was, he originally came from Bristol, but his father went bankrupt, and he went to live with his mother's half-sister in Bath, and he was part of Bath society. He went to Westminster School, where the French Revolution broke out, and he was a strong sympathizer of the ideals of the French Revolution. He wrote a publication called The Flagellant. Well, more specifically, an article on flogging. And this said that the flogging of students was satanic, and this was taken or viewed very badly by the school, and he was expelled from Westminster School. He went to Balliol College, Oxford. Later he became the poet laureate. He was a friend of Samuel Coleridge Taylor. He was a friend of William Wordsworth, and he was the poet laureate for about 30 years. So what's this sonnet about? This sonnet is a series of sonnets about the slave trade. Notice the slave trade at this time is still going on in the UK. So this is an abolitionist sonnet. High in the air, exposed, the slave is hung to all the birds of heaven, their living food. I get the feeling that the slave is hanging in a cage high up in the air, and the slave, he's not dead, he's the food for the birds, and this is clearly a torture or a punishment for the slave. He groans not, though awakened by that fierce sun. So he's still alive, clearly, he's not dead. And he's baking in the sun, but he doesn't groan, he doesn't make any noise, even though he's being burned by the fierce sun. New torturers live to drink their parent blood. So I guess new torturers, the sun, the cold, the bird, and other things we can't imagine, are there and going to torture him. He groans not, though the gorging vulture tear the quivering fibre. So he doesn't moan, even though the vultures are tearing the the meat from his bones. He's still not dead, and they're tearing meat from him. Hither gaze, look here, watch here, look here, O ye who tore this man from peace and liberty. So look at this, you people who have stolen this man from Africa, who have stolen him from peace, who have stolen him from freedom. Gaze hither, ye who weigh with scrupulous care the right and prudent. So look at this situation, look at this horrible thing. You hypocrites who say what is right and what is wrong. The establishment is saying what is right and what is wrong. You people who say that you are good, that you scrupulously worship God, and you tell other people what to do and what they should and shouldn't do. But look at this. For beyond the grave there is another world. Because remember, there is an afterlife. And he's saying that you will be punished in the afterlife. You may not be punished on earth, you hypocrites that are saying what is good and what is bad. But you will be punished when you die. And call to mind, ere yours decrees proclaimed to all mankind, murder is legalized. So this, he's saying here that slavery is as good as legalized murder. He's saying that the decree that slavery is legal is that it is proclaiming that murder is a legal thing to do. If the person is a slave, then they have no rights. That there the slave before the eternal thunder-tongued shall plead against the deep damnation of your deed. And when it comes to the day of reckoning, this slave who is being tortured will say to God, will thunder-tongue, with a tongue of thunder, with a tongue of anger, shall say to God, the deed that these people did to condemn me to slavery is a terrible thing. And the slave will give evidence against you on the day of reckoning, at the day of your death. The slaves will speak against you for permitting legalized murder, for permitting slavery. So anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Poems on the Slave Trade, Sonnet 6 by Robert Southey.